Cool. Hey, folks. Good grief, I got stuff all over my desk. Let me show my face. There I am. And cast. Why isn't that showing? Hello, Glows. No, Gios. Gios. There we go. So why you're getting smaller? Was that you who commented on that one video saying every time you see me I'm getting smaller? Tayo Yuva, hello. I literally just responded to your YouTube comment. Like right before I started streaming. I think I just shrunk once. Like I was kind of a big square over here, and then I made myself a small circle, and I've been like the same size circle ever since. Let's give people a little bit of time to get on. I'm gonna go here. Let me go ping the Discord, and then lovely video ping. No, live ping. No. Get this link. Cool, maybe some of those people will show up. How's the progress on humbleOS? Good question. Yesterday, I started, no, the day before yesterday, I started writing a bootloader. Yesterday, I worked some more on the bootloader. And then yesterday, after I started writing more of the bootloader, we had a long discussion and pretty much decided not to write a bootloader. So I'm going to be using a off-the-shelf bootloader. I don't even know how to say it. Limine. I don't even know. Limine. I'm going to use that thing. So that'll hopefully get us going a little bit faster. So I'm not going to end up writing my own bootloader. Hey Stefan, hey Kakashka, and hey Ivy. Welcome to stream. All my stuff is in the other room. Where can I put my cup? Let's wait one more minute, and then we'll start. I've had a lot of bad habits, but the one that's been the hardest to break has been cracking my knuckles. It's so addicting. Read my nickname like Kakash. I can't read that language. Is that Russian? Sorry. Oh wait. You're on the Discord then. Cause don't you have that name on? All right, well, let's get started as soon as I get a drink of water. Yeah, Gios, that's what I'm confused about too. How am I supposed to be able to pronounce the other one better? Cool, we'll jump in. I made a goal. lovely name. I made a goal. If I get 5 super chats, I will write and record a song on stream for whoever completes the goal. That's why I set up here. I might end up regretting it. But we never meet our goals anyway, so it's okay. That's why I figured it was probably safe. So, let me think about where we were. We were, okay, wait, now I have this next up thing, right? Oh yeah, so we were type checking infix expressions, but we didn't do equal and not equal. So we have those, and then I was gonna do snapshot testing, which I've never done before, which sounds interesting. Because these tests are getting kind of nuts. Like, most notably this one. This is ridiculously humongous and verbose. And also, this one is on the road to becoming like just as big or bigger. So I'd love to set up some snapshot testing. But let's start by getting, well, which one should we do first? If I do this first, then this would be a good like thing to test out the snapshot testing with. That's today's goal. Correct. These two things are today's goal. Well, at least the first part of the goal. Who knows how far we'll get. I definitely can't go, I got something at 3 o'clock, so I can't go like crazy long, but I can go, you know, a couple hours. So, let's do snapshot testing first. That sounds kind of fun. Let me make a new browser window. Shoink. Okay, and then put that over there. What was that main one? Is like Insta, not Instagram. Insta.rs. Is this like the biggie? Rust snapshot testing. Insta. Looks like Insta's the main one, no? Oh, camel? What do you see? Oh, this? Oh, camel? Okay, let's give it a shot. It's a testing tool for us. Let's do getting started. Okay. Oh dear, these aren't the nicest stocks. Okay. Let's set it up like first in the parser, maybe. That's where we really want it. So cargo add -- dev insta. What's this YAML? Mine doesn't have anything to do with the YAML, right? So I don't need that, right? Who knows? So now we have insta over in here, right? Yeah, insta. Also install cargo insta. Cargo insta. Do. Awesome. And then we'll do this if it gets slow, but that's fine. Insta snapshots reference values, which are fundamentally strings. However, the method by which these strings are generated can be split in 3 different ways. You can stringify a reference value yourself and start on it with assert snapshot. You can have insta serialize a serializable value into a string. We're not going to do that. You can instruct insta to use the debug representation of value using instruct debug snapshot. This is probably what we're going to do. Option 3. For most real-world applications, the recommendation is to use YAML snapshots of serialized. What is that? YAML snapshots? Hello, Subadera. Where did your progress reach? I'm taking a break to set up snapshot testing because the tests are getting kind of crazy. But we're working on the type checker. It's been pretty fun. This is because they look best under version control and the diff viewer support redactions. What are redactions? To use this, enable the YAML feature of Insta. The following example demonstrates a very simple test case. Yeah, I don't need to do this YAML thing. Wait, how does this even work? There are recommended flows to run the test once, have them fail, and check if the result is okay. By default, the new snapshots are stored next to the old ones with extra .new extension. Once you're satisfied, move the new files over. Okay, let's try this. For example, if I had something that was like this, wait. Let's just literally try this. Shoink. So this is doing the YAML thing, but there's also assert debug snapshot, right? What is this going to do? So failed. Hello, chop it. What's the most complex program your compiler can handle as of right now? My compiler can't compile any programs right now. My parser can. Oh, this is slick. Check it out. Like that looks good, no? And it sticks them in this snapshot directory. Is that how this works? That is so cool. And now if I test, it's happy. So you're already done with it? No. Wow, this is super cool. And then it creates these for you. Wow, why didn't nobody tell me about this before? This is like amazing. This is brilliant. Snapshot testing is the way of the future. 2,500 people knew this before I did. All right, that's super cool. This is literally gonna like cut down our. Okay. So. We don't actually want this. No, I said it can't compile anything. Sorry. Did it sound like can? It can't compile anything. Like it literally can't compile anything. So all of these tests, we'll just go through some of these and switch them out. So what's the first one? This guy, okay. Except so program needs to be debugged, right? Should get an error. Love my thumbnails. Thank you so much. Too much semantical importance and a negation. And a negation that can be barely heard. English really needs to bring negational prefixes back. Yeah, sorry. It kind of changes the meaning entirely between can't and can. Can't and can. That's funny. I never really thought about that. Tests. Ew. Yeah, Kat, you don't like tests, do you? But look, we're making the tests better. I mean, easier, like more effortless. I think I just have to do this. Insta assert debug snapshot. And then I pass it. Oh wait, how am I gonna do this? Okay. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make another function here called func or fun. This isn't Swift. Swift says func. Hello, Short Sparks and Tez. Thanks for the daily hi. Where's the Twitch link? What do you think I am, a pro streamer? There's no Twitch. That's interesting, Gios. By the way, how do I say your name? Gios? Gios. Snap AST. I'm going to call it Snap AST. No, it does this. It says let parser. It basically does all this. Shroink. And then instead of like saying that these are equal, it does this. It goes insta assert debug snapshot parsed. How did I learn writing a compiler? That's what I'm doing right now. I'm learning how. Oh, it's Jose. Wait, what language is that? That's how you spell Jose? Jose. Short Spark, see the book Crafting Interpreters. Yeah, crafting interpreters is good, except for it's for interpreters, not compilers. But there's a lot of overlap. Wait, I forget. Does everything implement? Hold on a minute. Does everything implement debug? Oh no, I implemented debug on everything. Oh, gotcha. Okay. What are all these comments? Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, so then we just do this, right? And so let's try like snapping this guy. So if I say snap AST, you telling me that this everything is just gonna turn into something like this? This is nuts. Do you know how many lines of code I'm about to delete? So then, get this, chat. I'm gonna test. It fails because I got all this. We just have to assert that it's the same as this. Right, we want an expression statement that the expression is an expression spanned from 0 to 3. It's an int literal of 22. It's not discarded. This is so amazing. And now if I cargo insta review, it looks good, and I accept it. And now if I cargo test, it's good. Now where did it stick it? It stuck it in snapshots. Oh, under here. Not sure if that's what I wanted. Wait, I don't understand. No, not Juan, like John, and Jose. It's Italian. Well, I don't like tests because I don't know how to test, but that doesn't matter. Well, that might have something to do with your problem, cat, don't you think? But man, do you see this, cat? Even you've got to appreciate this. Look, every single thing I had like this is literally going to get replaced with a one-liner. Pronounce the J in Jose as if it was the J in John. So it's Jose. You're saying it's Jose? Jose. Aha, I got it. Jose. Look, even Cat says this is cool. And Cat hates testing. Okay, this is fantastic. So then this one here, snap AST 122 semicolon, should pretty much be the same thing. Do I have to do this first? Shoink. And now I go cargo insta review. And it's the same thing, except it is discarded, right? Perfect. Oops. Except I want to accept that. And it should have stuck another guy over here. This is the most lovely thing. Okay. So literally all of these become snap AST. Snap AST. Snap AST. Literally, oh my word. Now what happens if I cargo test? Get a bunch of failures, right? This is the foo that's discarded. Yeah, looks good. Wait. Oh, it does one at a time. So if I cargo test and cargo insta review. What? Accept. First one's discarded, second one isn't discarded. Yeah, that looks good. Try Shift A. Wait, oh, hang on, I'm a little behind. That's so awesome. I'm going to use insta for my next Rust project. Yeah, it's so good. Don't worry though, nobody seems to understand how to pronounce Joe. What's the terminal emulator you're using? This is Ghosty. Try Shift A. What does Shift A do? Capital A? Oh, when I'm reviewing? I'll try next time. Here we got a prefix operator. I basically need to get rid of all this code and snap AST. And now, well, let me try two. Snap AST. Get rid of all this. Do you see all that? Wait. That was so much just to literally make a simple infix expression. I just gotta get rid of all of it. This is amazing. Cargo test. And now cargo insta review. Oh, use uppercase to apply to all remaining snapshots. Wait. Why did that one look different? Hey, Stefan, I saw your message in Discord. That's so funny. Hey, did it freeze? You can hear me though? Looks like I'm stuck with my eyes closed. Is that accurate? You can hear it? Cool. I don't know why this happens. This is like the third time this has happened. Yeah, let me, I don't know what I do. Get rid of this guy. Shoink, okay. Wait. There we go. Okay, wait, and then I need to add this guy. So this guy gets shrunk and stuck in the back because he's only there. There we go. And then ta-da! Are we good again, guys? How are we looking, chat? Sorry about that. Not sure why that happens. Okay, but I think I messed up the snapshot testing because, I mean, I just think I did. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is like 1, 2, 3. See, these ones like overwrote those ones. You know what I'm saying? Do I know Tsoding? I've seen him a tiny bit, and I've heard a bunch of people talk about him, but I've not really not watched him much. No. Okay, we need to go back to this documentation or something because we're doing something wrong. Oh, you can do cargo insta test, which collects all snapshot changes in one go. Oh, and you can do this all in one command. Check that out. That's what I wanted. Or do this. Shoink. Who knew? But look, if I add this, then it thinks I'm changing these. You know what I'm saying? Wait, what is this? Oh, because it made the new thing. Oh, okay. I still need to figure this out. Shoink. Wait, now we have 7? If I get rid of this entirely, oh, it made 7. Is the 7th one? What? Alright, we'll see as we start working now. How do you say TS-oding? Tsoding? Snap AST. Shoink. No one actually knows. That's actually kind of funny. Hey, Bacon. What's up? So this is proposing a change. This is wrong. Something funny about these snapshots. So it is tzoding. I should have done the snapshot testing years ago. Wonder how much time I would have saved. We'd probably already be writing the operating system in this language. Probably not, but. Get that, shoink. This keycaster bubble got kind of big. There it goes. Are we doing LLVM or customly generating assembly? We're a customly generating assembly. All right, so I think now I think I just accepted all those. So that was a whole bunch of tests. Namely 25. Cool, and you're supposed to commit those, right? But they're not really in order. Like 25 here. Maybe they are. Oh yeah, they are. Is that lexical order rather than numerical? I wonder if there's a way to like give them an ID or a number or something. Inline snap. Oh, you can also do inline snapshots. That's interesting. And it'll just inline it for you. Ooh, does that sound better? That might slightly appeal to me more than I feel like inline is better for our use case. So you do this at thing. Let me just try that once. Wow, look how concise these tests got. Ooh, that is pretty nice. Which do we like better? If it's like giant directly full of things, or should they be inline? Let me try one inline. It'd be like and then you go it fails. Hold on, let me get rid of some of these. Oops. Except that, and then it should have, sure enough, it inlines it for me. This is a little nicer, I feel like. Do you guys think they should be inline like this, or do you think they should be off in that other directory? Well, I don't know. This is still pretty huge. The other directory is nice. It's just confusing. It's more confusing to me. Snapshot files. Yep, I just reduced a lot of lines. I'm just not sure. Because look, when I do get rid of this, you like inline for unit tests, but those are more acceptance tests. Now if I review cargo insta test dash review, accept them all. Yeah, maybe we'll try this. I feel like this is a little nicer. I like having these be super short like that. All right, so we don't need this. We don't need this. I don't need this or this or this. That's pretty amazing. All right, so then we're gonna do this over in a folder with test1.input and test1.output and a loop that runs them all. What do you mean by that? How are the Lexer tests? Yeah, that's fine. The checker tests though are not going to be fine. Check program. Does this implement debug? It does. Cool. Oh, I don't need. If I go over to I'm not using this. Cool. All right, and then why is my hover? Wait, this is working up here. But down here? Oh, there we go. Okay, so we'll do the same thing over in the checker. So I'll say snap checked. Take a program, which is a stir. We'll say do a bunch of this, right? So get an AST, get a checker, check the program, and then expected. We don't want that. We want insta assert that. And then we're going to replace all this with snap checked. And then don't need these comments anymore. Shoink, get rid of all of that. All of that. All of that. And this guy. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this and this. Go over here. Do this. Accept them all. Now if I cargo test, it's failing. What's happening? Looks like these are like conflicting with each other. Something's funny. Maybe I should do inline tests. What was this? Insta workspace root. No. Alright, let's do inline for now, I guess. This will become... Wait. Yeah. Let's comment all these guys out. Oops. Oops. Okay, now if I Yeah, we're gonna do inlined. Alright, so then all of these basically become right, I'll make a macro. Let's go boom. Oh, so Snap is doing some kind of management of the tests for you? Snap is my own creation. Oh, no, it's not. Snap is this thing. Well, what do you mean by that? Yeah. I just have to write this thing in here, and then it'll generate it for me if I do this. See, now we have all these tests. And I don't have to write them. If I test now, we're passing. That's great. I think it's better. That's better. Over here, we'll do something very similar. I'll say and then I'm gonna say unwrap that. Okay. And then all of these become okay, hang on. Do that. Now I have all those too. Awesome. So this didn't get any shorter really, but at least we don't have to write any of that. So I'd say that's pretty nice. No? Yep, using Insta now. Who's the person that originally recommended using Insta? By the way, guys, I thought that my goal offer was pretty tempting. Here, I'll get you guys started. Check it out. See? You did a few guys. Yeah, you were the one then. Awesome. Yeah, this has been a lifesaver. I was having some trouble doing, because you know how by default it sticks stuff in like those files. So I switched to inline. Let me know if you have any tricks for like the other way. I did just donate to myself. Do you guys see the goal? Now we're 1/5 of the way there. Okay. So we should be good now. Alright, so I'm gonna commit. Switched to insta for snapshot testing. Push that to GitHub. Okay, cool. I'm curious, well, never mind, it doesn't really matter. All right, let's keep going with the, wait, so now if we go to up next, what is it next up? We did that. So now we have to type check these things over in the type checker. Over in the type checker. I started writing my input files in a tests folder, so I have syntax highlighting of my own language. And then all compiler stages generate snapshot files. That's very intriguing. That sounds amazing. I'm tempted to set that up right now. Man, I wonder if I should do that. All right, I kind of want to do that. Something like that at least. Honestly, in all the editors I've ever used, Nevum syntax files are the best. Here's 2 Portugals for absolutely no reason, kind sir. I'll even throw in a Lithuania. Thank you. Those are some solid countries. Never been to either one of them. Yeah, exactly that. Make a folder with many test input files. I guess Snap can auto-generate the output files I get tested against. Yeah, it can. It's called Insta. I just named it Snap. I like Robin's idea. Robin has a nice idea. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Tests. Automatic test vibe coder. Hey, it's not AI. Okay, so you're saying you make something and then you test every single, what did you say? All compiler stages. Gotcha. So I start by making, okay, so if I make something like ints.lovely 2019 0 -3 2000 actually 20,002. Well, it's something like this. 0 negatives and big numbers. Let's actually make this be bigger. Cool, now we're testing a bunch of different things, right? Let's make another one. Prefix. I don't know what to call it. Bools. Well, I'll just call this primitives. Primitive literals. And then we'll do this. We'll say like bools. This needs a semicolon. True, false. And then we don't have strings. Unit. It looks like we don't support true and false in our tree sitter grammar. That's a to do. Alright, so we have got that. Primitive literals. Maybe I should, well, let's make one more file and then we'll set this all up. So primitive literals, and then we'll have what's another good one to test? Some operators. Operators dot lovely shoink. This will be like prefix. Like you can have like bang true, and you can have like -3 or -9, right? And then we can have infix. You can have like 3 minus 4 times 2. You can have like really nested things like 3 divided by 7 minus 22. Just kind of make sure all this works. Okay. And then we don't have any postfix. Throw in another one here and like make this negative. Yeah, I should do the trick. All right, let's start testing this stuff before we well, no, let's just write it out actually. Well, no, let's do it. So I need like a mod.rs, right? Which isn't included, so we're gonna go to lib test, which needs to be, how do we do it like this? Configure for tests. Okay, now we have tests. So I can say let me just make sure this is actually running. Test foo is running. Okay, cool. So I need to like read all those things. All right, this isn't too bad. Input files equals Copilot will help me out here. This is like compiler tests. What do we have here? Reader. There's that. Can I map on this? Gotcha. Okay, path contents. And now this is that. Okay. I feel like I'd rather turn the name out of here. And then, all right, we have the file contents. Let's just make sure this works. Yo, 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 how's it going? It's going pretty good, Jerp. How are you doing? What? I think we're getting the right things here. Oh yeah, that's not right at all. We need to do I guess that. What do you mean there's no such file or directory? Oh, we don't need this whole path thing. What's the current task? We're trying to kind of reworking the tests. I set up snapshot testing. And now I'm trying to do something that Robin in chat suggested, which is making my tests be like real just .lv files, lovely files, and then just testing all stages of the compiler automatically on all of them, which is very appealing. What's the matter here? What are you talking about? It's this one. operators. Oh, so we do need the path. Oh, cool. That's what I wanted. Groovio. Okay. So now I can say rename this to files, or better yet would be like test files. We will that's not what we do. We don't need to make a lexer. We need to make a parser, right? Well, maybe we should do the lexer. Let's do the lexer. Like that. Now we have tokens. Okay, then at this point, how do I set up the snapshot thingies? Just like that. Oh. There we go. So now I can do illegal token quote. How did I get there? That token isn't even in here. Oh. Let's do this. Okay. I feel like it would be better now if I did. So see how these are both. Sorry guys, I haven't been talking very much. Not in a very talkative mood. See how I did. How it has the expression just tokens. The expression here is also just tokens. I feel like I could differentiate between these now programmatically. So like, because this is that tokens, right? But I could do something like this. And then inline something here. I could say this, you know what I'm saying? And then do this. Let me get rid of these. Shrink. That made this look horrible. That did not do what I was expecting it to do. Okay, never mind. This should work. Okay, and then we'll go to, okay, I feel like my parser should, so we have a from source. I'm gonna make a from Lexer. So this is from source. I don't know how much you want to rely on your actual AST, but I added a display for the nodes to have easier to reason about diffs. That makes sense. I'll just go with this for now, and if they get really annoying, then I can make my own display. Uncompetitive says don't use Rust. I'm gonna make a new one called from Lexer. I'm gonna say, wait, Lexer doesn't have a source, does it? Shucks. All right, never mind. We're just gonna do 2 passes. So, well, I guess I can name that. Okay, so now we're gonna say let parser. This is like test the Lexer, and I'm gonna say test the parser. Let okay. So now we have a parser. We got an AST. Oops. And then this is doing that weird thing again. See, it works when I do it like this. It's just not very good at adding new ones. Okay. And then test the checker. I don't know if the checker will work yet. Maybe. See, what I don't like is how, hey Robin, since you've used this a good bit, these aren't like labeled at all, and there's no way for me to like name them or label them. Is there? How to do this? Hey guys, I'm 20 subs away from 3,000. That's pretty fun. You smell hate in the chat. Yeah, I smell it too. How? Maybe there's like a... You haven't looked into cleaning up the file name yet? Okay. That's fine. So, have you dealt with this? Because look at this. If I like get rid of this, so say I like get rid of the snapshot thing, right? This is cool. So now I'm only doing like the Lexer test, right? And I go, hey, uncompetitive, are you trying to get on people's nerves? You've literally said pretty much the opposite of general public opinion. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so if I have something like just the Lexer, right? And then I test the review, it's cool, I accept it all, it looks nice, and we got our should get our two things over here, 2 snapshot tests, right? Now if I add these ones, whoops, and then I try this, then it tries to like override those 2. Oh wait, maybe that's fine, because it just goes in the order that they run. Oh, that makes sense actually. Never mind. Crisis averted. I understand, I think. Alright, so this is good. So now we're testing the parser. And then test the checker. Where I'm gonna say let checker equal checker, not pub. I know a pub checker. Make that new. So now you have a checker. How do you use a checker? Check programs. This needs to be public. Shoink. Checked. Yeah, sorry, you can't send links. YouTube doesn't let you send links in chat. So if you have a way of like making it look like it's not a link, and then I can put it back together. Is this how it does it? Oh, whoops. This is not what I wanted. I wanted a checker. Hi there. Did you learn Rust at college or self-taught? Yeah, self-taught. I mean, like, not, like, I'm taught by books and videos and stuff, yeah. Okay, so now we have a checked program, and now we will insta. So to make this cleaner for me, I'm going to get rid of all those. Okay. So now check this out. If I go cargo insta test review, shoink. Okay, so this is our AST. That looks good. There's our checked. Wow, the whole thing actually checked. That's kind of crazy. Sweet. How long did it take you? Thinking about learning it too. I mean, I feel like I'm not done yet, right? Like I never feel like I'm done, so it's hard to say how long it took me. But I'm like a year into it right now, so. Robin says that explains things. So few things. Insta has a glob feature. It's under the advanced features, and they also have a set snapshot suffix function. See settings section. That sounds interesting. Glob feature sounds good. Wait, advanced. Where's advanced features? Globbing. Sometimes it can be useful to run code against multiple input files. The easiest way to accomplish this is to use the glob macro, which runs a closure for each input. Oh, that's like what I did myself manually, isn't it? Before the closure is executed, the settings are updated to set a reference to the input file in the appropriate snapshot suffix. Wait. Before the closure executed, the settings are updated to set a reference to the input file and the appropriate snapshot suffix. Oh, sweet. You gotta enable the glob feature. That's like exactly what I want. Thank you, Robin. That's very helpful. What do you do this? What do you say? Oh yeah, version. Version. And then feature, not JSON, but what was it? Glob? Globby, globby, globby. Coolio, coolio. Okay, so then we gotta figure out how to use this thing. Globby, 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 like this. Okay. Shoink. Okay. So let's wait. So you like glob bang, import insta glob. Who is blowing up the Discord? All right, and then we go. Is this like what I want? .lv. And then you give it a path. Oh, and then you do these things. That's nice. Okay. Yeah, I gotcha. And then you can say let input equal fs read. Wait, fs. This guy. read to string path dot unwrap. And now you have the input. Okay, and then you do stuff here. Gotcha. Very nice. So I don't need to do any of this stuff here in theory, and then this stuff can kind of be replaced, right? So I can say, zoom. Basically just take all this, right? So Lexer ends up being input, right? This ends up being input as well. This is no more. It's just a matter now of whether I got this glob, this thing right? So let's give it a shot. Probably would make sense to, so I don't get confused, I'm just gonna get rid of that. Okay. And I'm going to do this. That did not work. Glob macro did not match any files. You think it's relative to the current file? Oh. Like this? Let's try that. Let's try that. Shoink. Glob did not match any files. Let's try this. Ooh. This is good. Except I'm not sure that it's not getting... Isn't glob supposed to be outside a function like at the top level scope? I don't see why. Can't I just use it on a test? Let me get rid of this guy just in case. Okay. Shoink. I see what you're saying, Robin, about making your own display for these, because these diffs are kind of crazy, right? So let's go through and accept these. Okay. I should have 6, right? Because I'm testing 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure enough. Cool. This is super nice. So what this means, what it amounts to, is that I should be able to kind of get rid of all my tests, no? I mean, this is maybe a good unit test to have, but like the parser tests, I can get rid of all this, can't I? I mean, I'm not testing all this yet, but we'll test that in a second. So yeah, we're gonna get rid of all this. And all this. Cool. So then we need to make our test just a bit better. This is so nice though. Wonder if I should, maybe I should make a subdirectory for like source. Source files. Did not match any. So now we need to go in here and say, can I make, wait, where's my glob? Here we go. Is this one gonna work? There we go. Cool. Doesn't it generate test functions for each file? No. No, that's not what it's doing. Oh, I'm out of water. Can Can you briefly explain snapshot testing? I don't know if you already answered this. I can give it a shot. I'm not, this is like my first time using it a lot. But basically, did you guys see how my tests used to look? Here's my best attempt at explaining snapshot testing. My tests used to look like, what is this? Lovely. Wow, 24 stars. We're famous. Okay. Source, parser, mod. So starting. Oh, I already pushed this up. Shucks. Let me go back one commit. Commit. How do I look at all the commits? 25 commits. Like this guy. Okay. So if I look at okay, basically all this on the left side is what my test. This isn't good. I kind of look at the state of my code base. Oh, here we go. Browse repository at this point. All right. My tests. You joined the Discord. Thank you. That's awesome, Robin. Thrilled to have you. My tests. Okay, starting right here, everything from line 490 down to 1117. This is all the test, right? And I had to handwrite all these gigantic things, which is really annoying, and it's a lot of typing, and it's obnoxious. Whereas snapshot testing says you just, so you know how normally you'd pass one thing, the thing that you're comparing against the other thing. I have this kind of like wrapped in this helper function that turns this into an AST first. But pretend I was like passing an AST and then expecting it to like turn into this or something, you know? You just pass one thing to the snapshot testing. It generates the output automatically. So it would make this for me automatically from what I passed in. And then I get a check to make sure it's correct. And if I say, yes, this is what it should be, then it commits it into my Git history. And then if something breaks later on, then the test will fail, right? Because it will no longer match what it used to match unless I go back and say that it was good. So you basically would get rid of this. You'd say expect AST this. It generates this for you or something. And you get to say, yeah, this is what I wanted or this isn't what I wanted. Does that kind of make sense? Basically, whenever you're testing against like giant stringy data structure-y type things that you don't want to type out by hand to use snapshot testing. That's my understanding of it. But again, I haven't really used it until now very much. So not sure. Maybe Robin has a better explanation than I do on it. But that's kind of my understanding. It's pretty awesome. I'm going to be right back. I need to get, I'm just going to fill up my water real quick. I'm like really thirsty. I'm back. Oh, that's cool. Thank you for your explanation. Sure, you're very welcome. I'm going to stand up. 1 second. Okay. So where were we? I just explained snapshot testing, and Is this what they mean by stand-up comedy? Yes, this is exactly what they mean. I don't know. Do we commit? Is this it? We deleted all of our tests, right? I kept the lecture ones because it was really brief and simple. So yeah, we don't have any tests there anymore. We don't have any tests here anymore. I'm gonna commit. So we did the switch to, okay, so switched to love or and glob or glob.lv files for better with snapshot testing. This is super cool. I'm really happy about this. Okay. Now we lost about 70% of our test coverage, but those are super easy to replicate now. So I can go in here and I can make like variable decals. And I can say foo is 4. This is like a constant. And I can say bar, you know, is 7. That's a variable, right? And then I can just go down here and I can say my num is an int and it is 3. Right? Or I can say my other num, no, not like that, like that. Pretty cool, right? My unit is unit. My bool is a bool. We set it true, I don't know. And then my bool will reset that to false down here. Seems good. And then we'll like confirm. Oh, this isn't going to check. All right, this is gonna fail big time, right? Okay, so let's, because we're not type checking. I'm curious what happens because we're not type checking. We're not type checking variable decals yet, right? So we're gonna say cargo insta test review. Okay. Yeah, bad things happened. No prefix parse function for equals. That's not what I was expecting. Oh. We don't support this yet. So let's comment that out for now. Okay. Shoink. Not yet implemented from the checker. See? That's good. Okay, that's what we wanted. So now we go over to the checker and we implement it. But first, actually, we maybe should do the other operators first. So I'm going to get rid of this. Let me just get rid of this for now. And then add some more operators. Like we have, you know, 3 is less than 5. 5 is greater than 2, maybe 6 here. What else do we have? You know, the same things but greater than or equal to. And then, all right, this should be good. Shoink. Except those, okay. Oh, cool, it tagged it with the source file. This is fantastic. Oh, what happened? Okay. This is really cool. Except for we don't want these ones. We got rid of these. Okay, right? Why are those still there? Yeah, okay. Really like how it tagged these. So we know these are the operator ones. And we know that 1 is going to be the tokens, 2 is going to be that, and this is going to be the checker. So this should be the checker. Sure enough, this is a check program. It's pretty huge. We added some down here, right? We have like a, you know, a less than, and we have a greater than, we have a less than or equal, greater than or equal. Super cool. All right, and then we wanted to do that and that. This should break something. I'm not sure what it'll break exactly. No prefix parse function for double equal. It looks like we're not even parsing it yet. Okay, that's cool. What's the light on in here? Okay. What time is it? 2 o'clock? How long have I been going? Almost 2 hours? All right, I'm gonna go just a wee bit more and then call it. Because I do have somewhere to be at 3. If I jump over into the checker, mod, oh yes, we remember this. Oh, so prefix, infix is where we were, right? So we did like the ones for ints. These are our to-dos. Oh wait, but we said we weren't even parsing? No prefix parse function? For double equal? What are you talking about? Why? Shrink, okay. This is where we do those. What? Parse operator, what? Oh, I think it's part of this curve precedence jam here. We're not checking equals. Oh yeah, okay. Comparison. So I think we need a new precedence group, right? Because even lower than comparison is equality, right? Because if I have like a 3 greater than 4 equals 4 less than 5, it's not like this. That would be silly, right? It's this. So we're gonna make a new lower one. This is equality. By the way, this is any of those. Okay. Very nice. Okay. So we have equality. Over here, I'm gonna say if we have equal or not equal, then we do that. Now we're gonna get a different error. Nope. Double equal. Oh, that's what it is. Wait, double equal? All right. Now we have something different. Invalid operator equal. What are you talking about? I'm not even using equal. Invalid operator equal? What in the world? This whole equal and double equal thing is confusing me, so I'm going to go over to the tokens and I'm going to rename equal to assignment. Yeah. Well, that probably wasn't the best idea. I'm going to rename it to single equals. All right, get rid of that guy. Back over here. Now, if I have double equal, then we do equality, and if I do, you know, not equal, it's also equality. Okay, now we're gonna have a different error. Perfect, that's what I wanted. A not yet implemented from the checker. Lovely. Gotta go, good stream. Thank you so much, Robin. See you on the Discord. Speaking of the Discord, somebody is like blowing it up. All right. So then, yeah, so the thing that makes this tricky is that, okay, so let's just try this. I'm not sure how this is gonna go. Make this a to-do. I'll say like, I don't know. Let me go over to our operators. Let me comment this one out. So we're just testing that one. I love this new testing thing. Okay. To do. Okay, so we're gonna say let left equal self dot check. Yeah, what does this give me? A checked expression. Left dot. Oh, it gives a type ID. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, this is easier than I thought. We just don't pass any. This is an optional. I forgot this was an optional. So this is. There's no, like, it doesn't matter what the type of the left side is, right? And it doesn't matter what the type of the right side is. They just have to be equal. Right? Oh, the types have to be the same is what I'm saying. For you to be able to use an equal. No? So I'm going to say wait. Yeah, type ID. This is good. Wait, how does this work? Yeah. That's good. And then pretty much the same thing for this guy. Shoink. Actually, literally exactly the same. So I can just not equal. That was easier than I was expecting. I thought it was gonna be kind of complicated. So now if I go over here, I should be able to do this. Ooh, look at that, look at that. So we're adding another expression statement, which is an infix with an equal operator. I thought I renamed that thing. Well, it's okay. Oh, this is in the parser. Oh, let me, by the way, while I'm at it, go back over here and do this. Okay, and now do that again. Drink. Now we should be adding two, right? One here was equal, and one's not equal. Perfect, that's good. And And here's the checked. The whole thing ends up being a type ID of 1, which is Boolean. Very nice. It's working. And then this is the token, which we know already that works. Super cool. Now snapshots, we've got those. Awesome. Let's commit. Type checking and bang equals operators. Push it to, oops, get push origin master. Okay. Lovely. All right, to keep going or not to keep going? That is the question. I'll keep going a little bit longer. So what would make sense? We did that. What would make sense for our next step here? Type checking variable declarations? That probably makes sense, right? Let me make the next most simple thing. Like, what do we have in here? Yeah, this is prefix, infix. We still have variable decals, ident. Oh, we could do idents, but we probably need to do this first because we can't even make an ident until we have this. And then functions, function calls. Yeah, let's do variable decals. This is where it's going to get a little more complicated. Actually, that might be sufficiently complicated that we want to save it for another day. Yeah, I might stop there. Unless there's something else easy I could do real quick. I don't think so. Yeah, we'll leave it there, but we're making progress. This is pretty fun. Oops. Okay. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching and for the help. Super helpful, like always, getting you guys' advice. Yeah, until next time, I'll stop the stream. Next time we're gonna get that 5 super chat goal, right?